Title of our project is Prediction of Flood by Rainfall using MLP Classifier of Neural Network Model. These are my team members: M. Rajesh Babu, K. Prithvi Naidu, and RVV Nagavamsi. Agenda of our project. This is the abstract about my project. Floods are among the most distracted natural disasters which are highly complex to the models. During the past 2 decades, the natural network model contributed highly in advancement of prediction of systems, providing better performance and cost-effective solutions to perform in prediction of flood happen or not by accuracy calculation with evaluation classification report, identify the confusion matrix and show the result of the GEI application by giving attributes. Objectives. Aim of our project is to develop a machine learning model for real-time flood forecasting to prevent this problem, to predict the flood happened or not by rainfall dataset with investigate the neural network based technique. Scope of our project is to investigate a dataset of rainfall records for in order to identify the flash floods is more defective. Introduction of our project. Floods are the most catastrophic and cataclysmic events of all natural disasters. World Meteorological Organization has stated that out of all disasters in the flood, the most strato disasters is also important to shift from refill and recovery farm work to integrate the flood management system, which included to stake and effective people equally with certain technologies and advancements. These are the literature papers where we have referred and studied. These are the literature paper links we have referred and studied. Overview of our project and outline of our project. The accuracy of classifiers were evaluated using data validation, and results has been compared to obtain the accuracy. It has to find the accuracy for a training dataset and accuracy of the test dataset specifications is by using the true positive, true negative, false positive and false negative, and by comparing the precision recall specificity and by comparing algorithms using a Python code. And these are the following steps are involved. Design and methodologies. This is about first module of our project, data collection and training using a machine learning algorithm. First step to collection of a data and pre-processing of a data. Module 2 is data cleaning process, importing the Python libraries or packages with loaded given dataset to analyzing the variable identification by data shape, data type, and evaluating the missing values, duplicate values. And we have also implemented univariate, bivariate, multivariate data analysis for check the relation with each attribute, performing the rename, drop, and delete data. Data pre-processing is a technique that is used to convert raw data into the clean data. The data is gathered from different sources, is collected in a raw format, which is not feasible for analysis to achieving the better result from the applied model in a machine learning algorithm. Data has been in proper manner. Module 4 about exploration data analysis of validation is an important skill in applied statistics and machine learning. Data validation provides an important suite of tools for gaining a quantitative understanding and exploring the data analysis or a whole field themselves, and it will recommend a deeper dive into the some of the books mentioned at end. This is about our GI based prediction. We use the GI, that is a thickener, is a Python library for developing a graphical user interface, getting best algorithm in form of accuracy. Best accuracy is used to implement the GUI based interface. These are the standard policies we have used. This is about architectural diagram, giving the attributes means data sets and importing the libraries. It will be pre-processing and give it to the algorithm. It will analyze and compare and train the model and give back to the people. This is about data flow diagram, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram. These are the testings we have used in our project: unit testing, integration testing, functional testing, white box testing, and black box testing. This is the input of our project. Data pre-processing. After pre-processing, we can see the data, whether it was having any duplicate values or not. Data visualization. For that, we have used in the histograph to show the data in the form of pie charts and bar graphs. This is the output of our project. We can see that by selecting district name and rainfall range, we can see the flood is happened. This is the graphical representation. This is the graphical representation of month-wise rainfall graph, and this is comparison between 3 months. The demo video and the link provided. Conclusion of our project. The best result we got through MLP. This brings some of the following instance about the field. The data was collected and trained using MLP algorithm, and the predicted the flood has been tested. Future enhancement of our project. These are the reference links and video links where we have got collected. These are the reference papers. Plagiarism report. Poster presentation. Thank you.
Our project title is Prediction of Flood by Rainfall using MLP classifier of Neural Network Model. Abstract of the project is: floods are the most among the destruction natural disasters which are highly complex to model. The research on the advancement of floods predict models contribute to risk reduction, policy suggestion, and minimization loss of the human life and reduction the property damage associated with the floods. This model predicts whether flood may happen or not based on the rainfall range from particular locations. The rainfall dataset is used to build the prediction model. The dataset is trained with various algorithms like linear recursion, nearest neighbor, support vector machines, and multiplier receptor. Model 1. We are using Python libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplot. NumPy is adding support for large multiple dimensions, arrays, and matrices along with the large collection of high-level mathematical functions. And Pandas is a fast, powerful, flexible, and easy to use open source data analysis and manipulation tool. And Matplot, it is a numerical mathematical extension NumPy. It provides an object-oriented API for embedding plots into applications using graphical user interface. First, in this model, we have to import Pandas as P, NumPy as N, and Matplot as PLT. In this, we have to read the data of the rainfall set. After that, we have to ignore the warnings in the data set. Then we have to declare the number of rows and columns in the set. Then we have to remove the duplicate and missing values from the set. Then we have to describe the values in the set, and we have to take the dataset info that it shows the true or false, and we have to use the histographic in this. In this histographic, we find the values that we have in the rainfall dataset. Then the accuracy value occurs.
And now I am going to explain about module 2 of our project. At first we imported pandas as P. After that data we took as p.read CSV, in which district-wide rainfall has been taken. In that, y1 is taken as the district and x1 list is taken from in between the months June to September. After that, z1 list is taken as June, and W1 list is taken as May. After that, creating a column for flood or happened or may not happen, so that we imported as flood, and in it after that we explained about a comparison between May to June. After that we took I as range, and we took a flood dot append one, which means if the output comes 1 means then the flood happen. If the output comes as 0 means flood may not happen. And in this module 2 we took data range from each and every month, each and every state, and each and every month, and we also compared between each and every 2 months, January to February, March to May, June to September, etc. So as we compared between all the months, and we displayed in the form of a bar graph. Here we can be able to see the bar graphs of each and every month from Jan to December. After that it will shows the annual rainfall range. After that it will started comparison between each and every 2 months up to the end, and after that we combine all that bar graphs in a single graph, so that we can be able to see the rainfall range, ups and downs, and flood occurs range, which are shown in this figure. After that we took it into separate graphs, such as we can be able to see each and every state separately as given. From West Bengal to Andaman and Nicobar Islands, we can be able to see the range of rainfall and the floods which had happened by state wise, and each are different in different colors, so that we can be able to understand very easily. After that we took this table and represent it as a pie chart, and after that we are going to module 3, in which we also imported pandas, and also in this class we can be able to ignore the values that are not necessary. And in this module 3 we took the algorithm such as a logistic recursion. Logistic recursion is an supervised learning classification algorithm which is used to predict the possibility of a target variable that gives the accurate value of a function. It is mathematically represented p of y is equal to 1 as a function as x, so that we can be able to predict the values, and the accurate value that we got here is sensitivity 1.0. and after that recursion is taken in the form of 7:3 ratio, in which true positive, false negative, true positive and false positive has came, which means true negative means a true negative is an outcome where the model correctly predicts the negative class, whereas a true positive means a true positive is an outcome where the model correctly predicts as positive class, whereas false negative means it is an outcome where the module correctly predicts the negative class, whereas false positive means it is an outcome where the module correctly predicts as a positive class, so that we can be able to get like this: true positive 4, true negative 23, true positive 3, and these are the values. After that we used the algorithm support vector classifier, which is an machine learning algorithm which is used to fit the data which we provide to the system, and it will give the hyperfit best fit of hyperplane, and it divides into separate categories of the given data which we have given, and we can be able to see here the specificity is changed to 0.75, and these are again the true positive, true negative, false positive values which occurred. After that we used the algorithm called k nearest neighbor, which is a supervised machine learning algorithm that can be used to solve both classification and recursion problems. It is easy to understand and it is very easy to implement, in which we got the specificity as 0.25, and it is the nearest value, and for this also we had done the true positive, true negative values, and these are the positive prediction value and the negative prediction value which we got at the end of the module 3. Thank you.
This is about our module 4. In this module 4 we are implementing the MLP classifier. It means multi-layer perceptron classifier. Multi-layer perceptron classifier is a feed-forwarded artificial neural network that generates a set of outputs from a set of inputs, and it is characterized by the server layers of input nodes connected as a directed graph, and MLP is also uses the back propagation for training the network, and MLP is also known as a deep learning method. In this module we are implementing the predicted data set by using the MLP classifier. Here we can see that we have imported the pandas SP, and we are ignoring the warnings, and we are reading the predicted output. Here we are using the sklearn pre-processing and importing the label decoder. Label decoder means converting the string into the integers. For that we are importing the confusion matrices, classification reports, and accuracy scores, and etc. For that we are already know that the training data set is splitted into the 7:3 ratio. Here we have taken the X trains and Y trains. We are only getting the test results by using the train data sets. Here we can see the hidden layer sizes we have given 20, 20, 20. We are having the 3 types and number of iterations. By the iterations only we are getting this. We can change the maximum iterations also up to 100 or anything. Alpha is nothing but alpha is used in the matplot to adjust the transparency of the graph plotting using alpha attributes. Here we can see the iterations till 1000. After that we are going to predict classification. CLF means we are using the classification of the MLP. We can see that by classification we are getting the precision, recall, F1, and support. Here we are getting the accurate result is 9.33, and by using the confusion matrix. We already know that confusion matrix shows the visual representation of classification method performance, such as true positive, true negative, false positive, and false negative. We already know that true positive, true negative, true false positive, and false negative also. By using the precisions, recall functions, F1 source, and the specificity and specifications, we can get the true positive, true negative, false positive, and false negative values. We can see that here. This is about our module 4. In this module 5 we are using the GUI based prediction of flood by rainfall. Here we are using the Python library as Thickener. Thickener is a Python library for developing the graphical user interface. We can use Thickener library for creating an application of user interface to create the windows and all graphical user interfaces, and Thickener will come with a Python as a standard packages. It can use it for the security purpose also. Here we are ignoring and after reading the predicted, and we are declaring the columns, and again we are deleting some duplicate values of Jan and Feb. Here we can see that we are mapping the one state name to the same state name. Why we are not mapping overall at a time means it will be shows as an error, so that we can see that Andaman and Nicobar Iceland is mapping with Andaman and Nicobar as 1 and all of the other states as a 0. It was done until every state name is matched with the state name. Yes. After that we deleting some state names and getting the district unique names, and also we can see that districts here getting arrays. Here we are getting the rainfall absolute for some ranges. After that we are mapping with the rainfall range from 90 to 1 by 1 only. Here we are listing the state names as L1 and district names as L2, and L3 as the rainfall absolute ranges, and L4 is the remaining states and districts of the data set. Here we are declaring that array 0 means flood not happened, and array 1 means the flood happened. Here we are using the first sklearn. This is one algorithm for the GUI application. Here canvas equal to root means it was the image of the output, the width and height of it, and photo we are already inserted. label encoders. It was like figure colors and background color what we are having, a number of iterations. Here we can now we can run our code and we can see the output. This is our output will be displayed. We need to select the district names. Here we are going to select the district Allahabad, and this is the rainfall range. We are going to select the rainfall absolute range is to 150, and we can click the result. Here we can see the iterations are going on and the result will be displayed. Flood is not happened, and again we can reset and do the same thing for finding the another range or a district. This is about our project. Thank you.